Hey gamers, it's Wintermute here from Grind This Game, back with Surviving Mars, and I'm going to try to build a base on the hardest difficulty that anyone's found so far, and that's 535%. And the way you do it is, first you have to link your Paradox account, make a Paradox account and link it to the game, to Steam I guess. And then once you have that, you get a new option under the mission parameters. So under mission sponsor, we have Paradox Interactive now, which shows up as a difficulty bonus of 220. Before, I think the most difficult one was Russia, but so we're going to go with that. And commander profile, the hardest is the Futurist, which gets breakthrough tech are faster, and you get autonomous sensors. They don't require power. So onto the Futurist, and the logo, let's go with Serenity this time. And mission or mystery, so Marsgate gives you a 290% difficulty, so we'll go with that. That's the highest. And I'm going to go with all the defaults here. The prefab buildings are moisture vaporator, fuel refinery. And we only get one rocket, so we're going to have to get to fuel pretty quickly. We've got an RC rover, RC explorer, no transport, 6 drones, so not many polymers, machine parts, electronics, and 2 probes. So we'll go with the defaults. And this is where we find the hardest difficulty. Now, if you click on any site here, and then you use the WASD keys, you can kind of creep around 1 degree at a time. And we're going up to 44 north and over to 112 west. Right here. So that gives us a difficulty bonus of 535. Now there's a few other places around where there's a 505, 510, 515 in that range, but this is the highest anyone's ever found, and I did a pretty exhaustive scan and I couldn't find anything higher than this, so I won't say it's the hardest, but it's certainly up there. So we got minus 72, it's mountainous, we don't have much resources at all, we don't have hardly any concrete, and there's lots of dust devils, lots of dust storms, meters, and cold waves, which will freeze your water solid. Yeah. I should mention, before I get started here, I received the game free from Paradox, just as a trial period before it comes out on March 15th. So this will just be a kind of a let's play series. So here we are. Welcome to Mars. I'll let you pause and read that if you want. I won't read it out. And first thing I'm going to do is just pause the game. And now it always reveals one tile of the map. And we got one up here. Let's take a look and see what we have here. We got, if we hover over the tiles, we can see some info. So we got 561 concrete, 88 metals, underground metals, and some water. This seems like a pretty decent starting area. And we do have 2 probes, so I'm going to use those. They're kind of like instantly reveal the map, and I'll probably... I should do right nearby, but because we got free, kind of free scanners, I might actually scan a little bit out a bit. Like over here. Here. And here. And then we'll set up our scanners and we'll be able to quickly scan around here. I'll queue these up just so they start. Let's take a look at it. Actually, let's take a look around. It looks like there's a giant kind of crevasse down here. And it looks like the map is broken up into kind of one chunk here, 2, 3, 4, 5, and maybe 6. I'm not sure if the rover can get around here. We'll find out. Might be too steep. We'll zoom in here. We gotta find a good landing spot. So how much water do we have here? We got 5,000, grade low. We got concrete here, very low, low. And we probably have some surface metals and stuff around. Yeah, here's some metal right here, I think. 18, 22. Now, I don't know if this is going to be the best area, but it does have underground metals. And this requires a colonist to extract, so we'll have to build a dome before we can get into this. Got an anomaly here. I think maybe I'll land just over here. Or kind of over here. Let's see here. That's unexplored. I don't think that actually matters, that it's unexplored. But I could land over here in this flatter spot. But I kind of want to build here because it's kind of nice. I don't think it much matters. As long as our drones can kind of move around. Yeah, I think I'll go right here. Now every time the shuttle lands off, or takes off and lands, it kicks up some dust. And your extractors also make a bunch of dust. So you gotta make sure, they require more maintenance if they get a lot of dust on them, so gotta be careful about that. We're gonna speed the game up here. But before we get started, I'm gonna pause again and go into research. And see what we have here. We've got farms, cargo of the space rocket increased by 10k. Drones move faster. Now I think the starting stuff is random. Sensor towers no longer require... Oh, that's what we started with automatically. So let's just queue some stuff up. We can always change it later. We probably won't use our rocket for quite a while because we have to refuel it. And because we're not on the easy setting, it doesn't refuel automatically. So we're going to have to set up a fuel depot right away here. So we'll pick that second maybe. Actually, we might even want... We're not going to get colonists for a while, so we don't need soil adaptation just yet. And this isn't going to help us a whole lot. So we'll just go with that for now. Now there is outsource, where you can pay money, either 200 million or 2 billion for 1,000 or 10,000 research. But we only start with 2 billion, so I can't afford to do any of that. So we'll speed things up here. Get landing. I'll probably play on the fast speed and then pause before I make all kind of my moves here. So we'll get RC Rover. It's like a mobile rover station, and you can see its coverage area. Also, the rocket has a coverage area that's even wider here. And we've got our RC Explorer, which can uncover these anomalies. So you just right-click, and it'll start scanning it. Okay, so what do we want to do first? We probably want to put down some storage so our rovers can start collecting these surface metals. And we probably want to get some basic power set up. And I might build some kind of early stuff over here, away from the rocket. And away from these concrete extractors, but within range, so... Yeah, I think I might kind of build some stuff over here. It's nice and flat. Now our dome eventually will probably go maybe actually over here. Let's just see how big the dome is. We're not going to actually build it yet, but we'll just kind of plan. So it needs to be within range of that metal deposit if we want to mine that with colonists. So it might end up somewhere around here. Kind of uneven there. There's the water's there, then the way. Actually, the only place the dome can really go and get that metal is around here. Yeah, so I won't actually build it, but I'll kind of plan for it to be there. I'll right click to cancel that. So maybe my power and stuff will go up here. Or up in this little nook here. We don't want it too close to these extractors. And we don't want it close to the rocket. Maybe I'll just put it up here. So I'll probably build... The small solar panels aren't very good. So I'll go with large solar panels. They require metal. We don't even have any metal yet. So I should probably get some storage down. So once you put storage down, and they don't cost any resources to make a storage pile, the rovers can start putting things on the storage. So I might put that kind of near our rocket landing area. It actually doesn't matter too much because it can be moved around. So now that we've put that down, our rovers will go and start collecting these metals. There they go, and they're pretty cute the way they dig stuff. They like scoop it up and throw it in their back. It's really cute. So they'll fill that up. We'll pause it and we'll build a few more storages. So there's a universal depot, which can take just about anything. Build one up there. And we probably won't have much of anything else until later. Oh, we do have polymers and stuff on board. So I'll make a polymer depot. I'll make electronics, machine parts, and we're gonna use fuel later, so we'll put fuel there. Concrete depot, stick that there. So they'll just stack any metal they find around here within range. So this RC rover, as long as it's in range. So these ones... Okay, some drones are attached to the rocket. So how many drones? 6. 6 are attached. And you can tell, so when you click on the rocket, you can see the ones with blue are attached to this. And when you click this, you can see 4 drones are connected to this. So while our rocket's around... it'll have this huge area to find materials in. So this area over here, we want to probably send our remote rover over to get those. Probably want to get power going now that we have some metal. So that's under power. The B key is like the build menu. Large solar panel. Now it looks like we can build over these rocks if we need to. And we don't want it close to this extractor. So I might actually put it up here a little ways. And they'll go build that right away. Now I like to build long power cables. Kind of like this. And then I set up panels along this axis. And we probably don't need a whole lot of them to start. You can rotate them with R, so you can kind of fit them in a line. Now I'm using solar panels on purpose because they take metal to make and their maintenance requires metal, versus the wind turbine. It requires machine parts, and machine parts early game are really hard to get a hold of. So we'll also build a power accumulator, which does take polymers for maintenance. Probably just stick that over here. These are complaining that they don't have any power consumers, so once the battery's hooked up, I think they'll be okay. Now we also need concrete if we're going to build stuff. So we'll put this pause and we'll get a concrete extractor. And as you kind of hover over here, you can see how much of the resource you're getting. 150, oh, 175, 172. Now it doesn't, we're gonna have to build a second one to get all of these, maybe even a third. So I'll just put it there for now. We can build a second one if we need to, but we're only gonna run one for now. And eventually it'll run out. Those drones, they got the rocks out of the way. The other thing we want to build, now this thing will make concrete, it'll also make waste rock. So we need a waste rock storage, which is over here, dumping site. And I might just put that kind of over here. And if you hold shift, you can build many of them. And then this thing's going to need power, so I'll lead our power line over. I'm pausing just because time is kind of precious when we're playing on this level of difficulty. I'll probably just lead that power up this way. This is going to be kind of ugly. Kind of sneak it along here. Not very pretty, but it doesn't use a whole lot of metal. So this is getting built. Oh, we found a new anomaly during our scan. Oh, way up here. So we won't be able to get there, I don't think. Unless we build tunnels. Now tunnels allow you to go up or down giant mountainous areas like this. The zooming in and zooming out is a little bit weird. Like, if you're hovering over this square, like our base here, and you zoom in there, it'll kind of bring you into the right place. Okay, so once this power is hooked up, this should start. Oops, just moved our drone. Now to recharge rovers, see how the status is kind of going down? To recharge rovers, you just kind of park them by this wire and they'll start recharging. So we'll keep this guy actually over here so he stays charged. Now solar panels, they only work during the day, obviously. This isn't getting built. Why not? Oh, there's no concrete. So this thing, just because it just started up now, we'll start getting some concrete. And the output kind of shows up in here. This is the waste rock. The concrete will go there. And then the waste rock will come and stick over here. Now later on there's tech that you can get that allows you to turn this waste rock into concrete. So that's a really useful upgrade that comes later. Oh, it's nighttime, so the power stopped. That's okay. Now we can use our Explorer, our RC rover, to kind of start collecting these things. So I'll move him over actually. And 4 drones will come with him. We'll jump inside and... So what we could do is kind of put him here and put a metal storage, which doesn't take any resources. And just stick that on the ground, and they'll automatically start kind of harvesting this and putting it here. And then what we can do is, since this guy has a pretty wide range, we can move him over later and they can kind of use an overlapping area to come and grab all this metal. Now I also wanted to build a tower here. Where is it? A sensor tower. We'll stick that up here, I guess. Oh, it needs power. Actually, no, this one doesn't need power. So we'll stick it right, I don't know, here. And we can set the priority of the build, so I'll set that high. So to see all our stuff, you hit O, or you can right click on the ground. So let's take a look. We got 57 metal, 3 concrete. And we're really short on polymers, electronics, and machine parts. So now that the sensor tower is online, if we zoom way out, we can see that the sensor tower is boosting the scanning speed by 379% and 379, 231. So these will go much, much faster. And these dollar signs are rare metals, which we can mine using colonists. Let's see how much there is here. 508, 565. This is pretty good. But we need to build a dome beside these to actually extract them. And this is our only source of money early on. There's some research that gives you a little bit of money, but early on. So we'll have to probably build our first dome actually over here to get these metals in order to make money. But we'll see how things go. Oh, we got an anomaly right here. So we'll take our explorer, start scanning that. How's this going over here? So they got all that metal. So if we move this over to about here, they should be able to kind of move it between... Okay, not quite. So we'll move it over slightly. Now it's in the coverage. And if we build a storage for metal, kind of like right here, and we then go delete this one, the metal just ends up on the ground, and because it's not a storage space anymore, they'll come and pick it up and put it over here. So before you get your actual, I forget the name of it, the hauling drone, the big one, I think it's a transport drone or transport rover. Until you get that, you can kind of do this. Now, in order to get this rocket back, we are going to need fuel. We need 100 fuel, which is a lot. And to get fuel, we need water. So we're going to have to start getting this water out. And my solar panels are actually a little bit close to that water extractor. I probably should have done that a little bit better. So here we go. Let's try to make it as far away as possible. Now our dome is going to have to go in here as well. So I'll stick it right there. This takes 2 machine parts, and we don't have a whole lot of machine parts. In fact, let's see. We have 12 machine parts left, which isn't a whole lot. I was saying earlier I need to build my dome beside these, but I'll probably have to build them over by the rare metals instead. Building's not working. Okay, we need to hook this up with power. So we'll maybe leave this down this way. New anomalies. That's pretty close. So we'll... that's our RC rover. We want to explore. You can double click to get to him really quickly. And then just I'll right click over here. He'll come over and scan that. Ooh, this looks like a big kind of cave down here. So now we need, now that this thing is running, we need pipes and water storage. So what I'll do is under life support, there's these pipes. And they have certain places that you can attach to. So we'll attach right here. And I like to follow my pipe along the power line, kind of like this. And then we'll build some storage along here as well. Because it's pumping, it doesn't really have anywhere to go, so that's why we need the storage. So under same menu, we got water tower. Now this might be a bit close to the extractor, but I'm just going to put it up here. This thing took 3 metal. So that'll start filling up with water The more kind of buffering you have with these storage tanks, the better. So that'll start filling up. Let's see here. Capacity 100, stored water 4, so it's starting to flow in there. And then to build rocket fuel, where is that under? Right here, fuel refinery under production. So we've got to build one of those as well. Where should I build that? I might... R to rotate. I might put that right here. Now, as you add more tanks and more pipes, you'll want to spread them out, because if you ever get hit by a meteor shower, you don't want all your storage to get destroyed at the same kind of place. Oh, we got a breakthrough discovered way back that I didn't look at. Actually, we got 3. Holy moly. Okay, so we got magnetic extraction. That extractor upgrade. Production increased by 50%. That's pretty nice. Super fungus. It's kind of for food. We got safe mode here. When a colonist suffers a sanity breakdown, they fall asleep and then wake up 6 hours. Nice! That's really nice too. These are all different. I've never seen these ones before, even though I played through the whole game already. I guess there's different breakthroughs depending on your storyline. So we're working our way through these. Do I want to make these come first? Fuel compression. So extractors, but we probably actually have to spend money on the upgrade as well. So I might just hold off on that. Actually, we can queue it up. It's not going to hurt. Oh, and our exploration is done. Because we were doing it with the tower, it's going much faster. Now, this isn't getting a tower boost, so... Oh, actually, 10% power boost. Scanning down here is not going to help a whole lot because it's mountainous and we can't get up there. But since these are so high, I might as well just do them. Queue them up. Oh, we got a dust storm rolling in 17 hours. Now, dust storms are pretty brutal. They cause your solar panels to either stop working or work not as well. The other thing we got a moisture vaporator, which essentially gets water out of the air. Now, it's prefab, so all we'll have to do is maintenance on it, but we do have water already coming in, so I won't build that just yet. We don't need it, and we don't want to just waste materials on resort or maintenance. How are we doing here? Could probably use some more power. Let's check our power overall. If we hover over it, oh, power surplus 0. Power stored 80. That's not good. Let's get a few more panels up. Using shift. Come on, I want to build it right. Let's build it right here, so it's kind of in line with the other one. So that's going well. At some point we might have to tear this down and build another concrete extractor kind of over here. Our waste rock's piling up. I might actually put in another dumping site right here. Oh, we got an anomaly right here I didn't scan yet. How's our rover? It still has a bit of power. Oh, we got another one here. Now we can actually go build a sensor tower down this way if we take the materials we need. Okay, let's check our fuel thing here. Fuel refinery. We need we have, I think I have a fuel dumping zone here. Yeah, fuel depot. So the bots will, or the drones will come and move that fuel over. Oh, anomaly analyzed. We gained 1,000 research. So that'll help speed along the research. That kind of pushed the engineering along quicker. Actually, I think it finished something. Yeah, it finished low G. Drone swarm. Okay, we're not going to build a drone hub anytime soon. So that's a good for Q right now, I guess. We're not going to have colonists for a while, so... Or maybe I'll queue up farms after that. Okay, building's not working because we're out of power, because it's nighttime. So playing on hard mode, there's a lot of waiting because there's lots of disasters that happen, and there's going to be a lot of waiting to get fuel and stuff, which is just kind of the nature of the game on hard mode. It's not really harder, it's just slower. But the disasters do make it a little bit more challenging, I guess, because your water will freeze and colonists will be harder to keep happy. And you'll have to be careful about your decisions, because if you don't have enough, if you run out of money and you're not able to buy kind of parts anymore, you can basically get into a point where there's a point of no return, essentially. This is offline. Power shortage. Okay, demand is much higher. We need more solar panels. Now we could build wind turbines, but because those have machine part maintenance... Actually, Dust Storm will make the turbine run really fast. Maybe I will build one turbine. It's going to use up our machine parts, which are really kind of important. But I think we can afford it. How's this all going? Pretty good. How's that scan going? Oh, he's done. And there's one more, but I think we need to go recharge. Yeah, I'm going to go recharge first. Now, water towers are really cheap. Actually, it needs maintenance already. It just got its maintenance, but we have a decent amount of metal, so it's not too bad. And I will probably put in more water towers. Maybe off to the right here. Or I'll extend my pipe along here. Oh, it's kind of in the way. I'll take it off this direction. Oh, that's in the way as well. Okay, we'll do something like this. That's actually really ugly. But that's okay. We're not making the prettiest space, just trying to make it functional. So I'll put some water storage off here as well. Gives us a bit of a buffer. And I won't build it right next to it, kind of spread them out. And later on, once you get a dome, you want to attach a few of these to a dome and put a heater by them, because during the cold wave, all your water freezes solid. So far, so good. Oh, I didn't. So our guy is fully charged. Let's go get this. Now, I did want to build another scanning tower so we could get these areas done really quickly. Oops. Now, did I just send him to the wrong area? Where is he? No, he's scanning. Now, until we get the actual thing that can move goods around, the RC transport, I think we'll, I don't know if we'll build a sensor tower out here. We could kind of daisy chain storage along and do it that way. Actually, let's try that. How far away is it? Even if we went down one sector or two sectors. Let's see what we can do here. Or maybe I'll wait. I do want to... Oh, Project Phoenix. Breakthrough discovered. What is this? When a colonist dies, there's a 50% chance he or she will be reconstructed as a youth with the same traits. Wow. That's actually pretty awesome. So all the experience that they got into adulthood, they'll keep. Very nice. Very nice. But we don't have colonists yet, so don't quite need that. Now, how's our rocket doing? It has 34 of 100 fuel, so it's going to be a while before we can take off. And we only have one rocket, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, no rockets available, and to buy a new one costs 3 billion. So it's going to be slow going. Now I might just fast forward a bit until things are ready. So it's a bit of a mistake making this wind turbine. I'm actually going to salvage it, because look at the maintenance that it's just churning through, and even when it's off it requires maintenance, so we're just going to demolish it. And later on we get a tech that allows us to actually tear it down. This thing here, clear, but for now we don't have that. It was just eating too many machine parts, and we have only 8 of them, so. And I queued up the scanning down here. I'd like to build a sensor tower more south, but down this way. But it's going to be a bit of a dance to get the materials down there. We could try building one down here, but I don't know. I don't think that range is going to help a whole lot. So I'll wait until the rocket is full of fuel and then I'll come back. So I've just queued up this advanced Martian engines, which rockets and shuttles require less fuel. That'll help us a whole lot. And we got a new breakthrough here. Superconducting computing converts unused power into research points. This could be a really, really super powerful. Because research points are kind of like the key to the whole game pretty much. And to be able to just build excess power and have it accumulate research points is super awesome. I've never seen this before either, so that'll be interesting. It's possible that these breakthroughs are better because we're playing on such a super hard mode. But it could also just be random. So we're slowly building up the rocket fuel here. 77 of 100, so I'll be back once that's done. So I built this second sensor tower here, and it actually doubled my speed here. So this was a 10% boost before, now it's 20%. So that's actually kind of interesting. We don't have a lot of computer chips, so I can't justify wasting any more, but we are fueled up now. Our rocket's all ready to go. So we're going to send it back. And that way we'll be able to get some new things down on the planet. Now some of our drones are complaining because they've been reallocated. I probably have to move this up a little bit just so the drones can service everything around here. Oh, they can't get to this supply down here, but that's probably okay. We might put another dumping site right down here. Now the rocket's going to take a little bit to get to the planet, or yeah, back to the planet. This is kind of how I think SpaceX, their plan for a Mars mission. The idea is to send a few rockets ahead of time and start making fuel on the planet, methox fuel, using kind of robotic systems. Now, I don't know if they'll have access to fission, like a nuclear fission reactor, because that would be the ideal thing to ship and to use for energy. But they could also send like deployable robotic solar panels like this as well. These are going to probably weigh a whole lot more though. So yeah, go to the planet, get water, get fuel ready, and then finally send some manned missions once there's a bunch of stuff stocked on the planet. So we got a milestone achieved here. There's a whole bunch of milestones. Construct a dome, first humans on Mars, first Martian, make a wonder, make a megadome. Now I did this all on easier difficulty, but I haven't done it on the hardest difficulty yet. So it'll be fun to see if it's possible. As long as we can kind of bootstrap things up, I think it'll be possible. So we have a cold wave coming in one sol. And it basically says it's going to freeze machinery, it's going to freeze our water tank solid. So luckily we don't have any colonists here yet. There's 3 other types of disasters: the meteors, dust storms, and the moxies and the moisture vaporators do not function during dust storms. So that's our oxygen production, so we'll need a lot of oxygen storage. It suspends our air traffic, our drones, and yeah, we don't have those yet, but the airborne drones. Yeah, so cold wave, it's going to slow us down quite a bit. Now our rocket's almost home. And I'm probably going to want to get a transport rover, because that's going to help us. Let's get this rover back charging. That'll help us move materials around, so we can extend our sensor towers. What do we got right here? Is this metal right here? It looks like metal, but I'm not sure if it is. No, I don't think it is. Okay, our rocket is home. So let's hit P. You'll get to this screen, or you can just hit the little rocket down left, resupply. So we want a cargo rocket. Now let's see what we're going to get here. We want a RC transport. It's going to cost 200 million. Our cargo capacity is pretty big. It's the money. The money is the issue. We have hardly any money. Prefab buildings. Let's see if we want anything here. Stirling engine. How expensive is that? 400 million. We can't afford that. Now, machine parts factory, electronics factory, polymer factory. These need to go in or buy a dome, so we don't actually need these yet. What else could we use? We are running low on polymers, machine parts, and electronics, so I'm going to spend most of my money on these, because we need these for maintenance and we can't make them ourselves yet. We don't need as many electronics just yet. Wow, that's our money gone already. That's all we can afford. So we'll send that back to Mars. And we're still scanning. Let's queue up a bit more here. This one's pretty close. We want to find more research and anomaly kind of stuff. And once we get that transport, what we can do is transport the materials down here that we need to put a sensor tower up, like down here. And that way it'll be much faster to scan this area. And then we'll be kind of out of luck for... Actually, we could build one here for these areas as well. But for over here, we're going to be out of luck until we build a tunnel. And tunnels are pretty expensive. Let's just see here. Under infrastructure tunnel, it requires 80 concrete, 20 metal, and 30 machine parts. So we can't afford to make that anytime soon. Oh, we got idle extractors. Building's not working. So we ran out of concrete. So we'll salvage it, but we're gonna have to build a new one kind of down here. We should probably get that ready because we're gonna need concrete. And we'll use the kind of R key to spin it around here. Now that storage is in the way. A lot of stuff in the way here. We might have to move this metal. We'll destroy that. And build a bit more metal storage up here if we need it. We already have one. I might build one more. Oh, the cold wave started. Uh-oh. Okay, let's put some more metal storage right here. So yeah, some buildings won't work when it's this cold. Yeah, what is it doing? The water tanks freeze solid. Yeah, it's generally pretty crappy. Later on we get a heater that we can put to thaw out these frozen water tanks, but this is gonna kind of stop our fuel. Oh, it's still producing. How is it still producing? Maybe it had a bit of water in its kind of buffer. So our rocket's here. Let's land that right here, I guess. So we got our transport rover. That's going to help us a lot to go get stuff. And they'll unload all the bits we just got. These polymer electronics machine parts. Now we're kind of out of money, so there's certain research that'll come that will potentially give us money. I don't know if we'll get it because it's kind of randomized. But we really need to get a dome up. And we need to build it over by these metals, these rare metals here. Because these are the only way we can make money. Kind of one of the only ways. Sustainable ways. Actually, not even sustainable. They'll run out eventually. But we're going to need those for income so we can get more parts down to the planet. So it seems like a pretty good point to leave things. I'll continue on in the next episode on this crazy 535% hard mode. Hope you enjoy that. As always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.